Bonjour. Okay, welcome to our week 3 video. All right, so first of all, I'd like to show you part of my Spanish video that I made, and it talks about Google Classroom. So first of all, let's talk about Google Classroom. And I know I went through this with you guys in class a little bit, but I'm going to show you a couple little tricks so you can see your grades on your assignments that you turn in. So we've talked a lot about reordering classes and that. This to-do thing up here, if you click that, you can see what's assigned, what's missing. Ooh, I had something missing. Oh no, I better turn that in. And then also done, and you can see your grade. Oh my gosh, you only got a 23 out of 50. Oh, so I'm going to click it open and see what happened. And I noticed that there's some private comments here from Mrs. McPartland. It says, Ana Maria, you forgot to do most of the assignment. Ay caramba, please resubmit. Oh man. So what I need to do is open up the Google Doc and see what I forgot to do. And then I look at it and I'm like, oh wow, I got to redo it, right? So then after I'm done with it, I'm going to click turn in again. Okay, so once you finish it, there should be another thing up here. I think this says turn in. See that? So once I finish it, I can turn it in again. And then I can try to get a higher grade. Okay, so lo siento. I'm really sorry. Okay.
It's okay this time.
Yeah, so you could turn it back in. So turn in and then you'll get to one of us. All right.
You'll get email saying that you resubmitted it.
Yes.
You can know to look.
And also, let's say that you turned in an assignment and you realize that you made a mistake. You can unsubmit the assignment and then fix it and then resubmit it. So some of you guys with maybe your Flipgrid might have made a mistake or something. So you can always resubmit again. Okay. So that's the way to do it. Okay. So Okay. So that was from my Spanish video that I made last week. And I thought, you know what, I'll just use that clip. So I know it was kind of weird that you heard me talking and then here I am in the video. So it's pretty much the same type thing that I want to tell all of my students. And so what we're going to talk about for the rest of the video is this week's assignment. Last week we focused on cognates and the alphabet. And I went through most of your Flipgrids and they were pretty good, but we got to work on the alphabet, especially the vowels. So A is ah, right? E is I is E, O is O, and U is U. All right, so we got to make sure we work on those a little bit. We'll be doing a little bit in class. All right, so here's the week 3 assignment, and we're focusing on numbers 1 through 20 this week, okay? And I'm going to try to put a different symbol every week up there so you know you're doing the new assignment. Make sure you do everything in order because I try to make it so that it makes sense and you go in order. So right now you're watching the week 3 video. So I want you to tell me 3 things I talked about in the weekly video. So maybe it's about Google Classroom and checking your grades. Maybe it's about something else I talked about during about the assignment. So I made an all about me video, which comes from what we did in class last week. So if you click here, and I'm trying to make them all YouTubes also, so they're easier for you to see. It's going to have a little video. It's 1 minute and 13 seconds long.
This is all about Mrs. Cry.
So you're going to see some of the same slides that you saw in class. So it's just a short review of just stuff about me. And I really enjoyed learning about you guys in the Google form, getting to know you. And then after you watch that, there is a Google form which you need to complete. And there are 10 questions. And the questions are in English, okay? So when you complete it, you can watch it again. The video is right there again, the 1 minute 13, and you can go back to it if you needed to answer a question. But it has like some questions in English that were said in the video and were shown on the slides, okay? All right, so that is worth 10 points of the assignment. This is worth 3 points, telling me things I talked about in the weekly video. All right, these videos that we embed into these assignments are really important because we're not seeing you 5 days a week in class, so we want to make sure that you're hearing French outside of class. So we have some different videos here that talk about counting 1 through 20. It's really great pronunciation. So this is just vocab 2, which you all have on yellow, but it's there for reference in case you couldn't find your vocab sheet and you wanted to use it while you're doing this section. But this video is really cute. You might have seen it last year. It's about the numbers 1 through 20. And then you might want to read these questions ahead of time. So it's just to make sure that you're watching the videos and you answer here. Each one of these lines is worth 1 point. Okay? Same thing with these other videos. So we have 17 questions total about the different videos. And then plus 3 is 20 points for watching the videos, because that's a really important part of the assignment. You can watch them more than one time because they're really good for your pronunciation, okay? Then you're going to do some Quizlet. And remember from last week's video, there's a lot of options that I want you to click. So if you click here, it gets right into Quizlet. You do not need to have an account. You don't need to log in. You just need to go to My Quizlet Set, okay? So it should get you, right to this. It should go right to 1 through 20. And the different things that you can do are on the side. And I'm telling you on the Google Doc exactly the order I want you to do them for the best learning. So flashcards, options, answer with English, audio on. So let's go back to this. You click flashcards and they'll get a little bit bigger, but you need to go to the options and make sure that your audio is on and answer with English. Because if not, it's going to be French words first, or English words first. You have to guess the French. We want to start where you hear the French first. So make sure you have that set up like that, okay? And you just go through them.
1, 2,
And it's great pronunciation.
2,
Okay? When you finish all 20, then you put in a little X on the line here, and then it tells you to do the same thing except for shuffle. Let me show you what that means. So over on the left side, you have shuffle. So if you shuffle them, they're out of order and you got to try to guess what they are. So hopefully you've learned what onze meant from the videos, which looks like 1 sort of, but it has a ZE.
11,
Okay, so I want you to do all 20 of those mixed up. To get the most out of the lessons, you really need to do all of the things I ask you to do, because we really want to make sure that we can have you do stuff outside of class that you're learning. All right, learn, option, answer with English, multiple choice, audio on. Make sure you get to 20 known well. Keep clicking when it says press any key to continue. So if you want to get to the learn, you do back. And then you have learn here, okay? Now it's really important that you do the options.
19,
Okay, so options. See, that was in English, 19. We want it to be, let me check again. Options, answer with English, multiple choice, audio on. Okay, so answer, I got to switch it to English. Question type, I just want multiple choice. You're not spelling them yet. Audio on, and then it says start over.
9,
And then you're going to
Set.
see here, set, and then you got to choose which one it is. It's great for listening. And then it
10,
tells you right away if you get it right or not. Do you see how it went from 19 and then to 1? You want all 20 known well. So there's going to be a little spot on here where it
13,
says Chez, right?
20,
Let me just do this quickly.
14,
Oh, it seems like they're all D there.
19,
Oh,
17,
and then it says, strong effort, you're doing great. You're not done yet. Press any key to continue.
12,
You're going to get this number down to 20 down here. So whatever it started with, you need to get it down there. Okay, so that was learn. Then we're going to be doing some match and gravity. And we played those a little bit before. So you go back to set page and then match, right? Start the game and you got to drag them over them. So this is just great practice. And I want to know what your overall best time is that you've done. Okay, so what was your best time? Give me how many seconds it was. And then gravity, again, you go back to get to gravity. And this is a fun game too. Get started. It's going to ask you what you want. If you want to start with answer in English first, you can. But the challenging one would be the French, right? Where you have to type the French. You can have your vocab sheet in front of you. So here we go. I got to type the French word for 14, which is 14. Quatorze. And it goes away. All right. So when I was a kid, there was a game called Asteroids. This reminded me of it a little bit, or Space Invaders. So then you're going to tell me what your favorite activity of all these was. Okay. And then you get 10 points for completing the Quizlet. Then we're doing another Flipgrid video this week. Now, some people wrote on their assignment that they didn't feel comfortable making a Flipgrid. Now, remember, no one sees it but me. Unless you click X here, then I share it with other people to see. So maybe you don't feel comfortable at first, but as the year goes on, you're proud of your work and you want people to see. All right, kids like to see their classmates. It's fun. You get to connect with your classmates. This one, you're actually counting 1 through 20 in French, right? So that's a refresher on the Flipgrid. But if you click this, it takes you right to the Flipgrid assignment. So it's not going to be the spell the words. This is count 1 through 20. And I am looking for good pronunciation. So if you totally mispronounce the number, you don't get the point. It's worth 20 points altogether. And you get a point for each number that you say in French pronounced correctly. Okay. So you might want to keep practicing with those videos, with the Quizlet, and you're going to make your Flipgrid, all right, by clicking record a response, and then you're going to submit it. I'm the only one that sees it. If you can't get your video to work on your computer, you can make it on your phone. There's a Flipgrid app that you can do, and then you can type in this code. Or if you really don't feel comfortable making a Flipgrid, to get the 20 points about this section, you need to do it for me live in my classroom. So if you did not do the Flipgrid last week where you spell 5 French cognates, to get the 20 points, you need to figure out a time that you can come in my room and spell the words. Okay, so this is 20 points. And if you don't want to make the Flipgrid for whatever reason, you need to do it for me live. It's a lot easier for me to just check your Flipgrid to get your speaking grade. Okay? All right. I hope this helped, and I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you in class or on Zoom. All right. Au revoir.